Alrighty. I want to thank everyone for watching my videos and tune in and thanks. Um, I just got finished watching. Of course, by now we know. I don't think there's anyone that's watching my channel that have not watched the Cat Williams and Shannon Sharpe interview. I think that thing has over 60 million views, if not more. And I guarantee probably 90+% of the people that watch and subscribe to my channel that watch my videos have watched that. And now I think with Monique being on Shannon Sharpe and she's spilling her cup of tea with her situations going on in the and I just saw a video a few weeks ago about Jody Watley talking about how Cat Williams is laying the foundation for everyone, exposing and telling the truth about their situations in the industry. So 2024 is about to be a different year. I just wanted to say this. I've made lots of videos. I made a video yesterday. Basically, it was basically saying how we really can't make money. But I've also said this before. There is a dark side to the industry. The reality is, and there are going to be a lot of people that probably just don't want to accept this. I think 99% of us, when we don't have a justification or a reason for people not liking you, there are people that don't like me, and I ain't done a thing to them. They're just people that just naturally don't like people. I don't know if it's something psychological. It's like with animals. It's like funny. Like you can watch certain animals, like cats, that just get in altercation with other cats because it's a sense. I don't know if it's a pheromone or a scent that just triggers another cat. You know, just like when male dogs want to establish dominance, or a male lion that wants to establish dominance in a tribe or whatever. It's just this. I don't know. It goes to show. It's funny how we as humans separate ourselves from animals, but we all have these. I don't know what it is, because whether we want to face it and believe it or not, humans, we're still an animal. We're just a human. And I know some people they're going to be offended with that. I'm not an animal. I'm a human. Of course you're human. But we're an animal. In other words, we're a warm-blooded mammal. And our closest relative to animals are gorillas, chimps, and orangutans. Even though, and now some people, will make it racial, or, I'm black, I'm not a gorilla. We know you're not a gorilla. You're a human. You can talk and you're intelligent. You can build things, do things. Yes. But I'm talking about this natural fighting, not liking each other. The stuff that we do can kill. Just like animals can kill another animal, humans can kill another human. Whether, that's animal instinct, whether you want to believe it or not. But anyhow, let me stay on focus. Because I know there are going to be some people that just don't like that comparison. But let me stick on target. I just want to say this. Now that you watch Cat Williams and you watch Monique, it's just a reality with the dark side. One of the dark side is all the strange stuff when it comes to drugs, same sex, or whatever the case, prostitution or whatever. The stuff that what R. Kelly went to jail for, what Bill Cosby was accused of, Harry Weinstein, and all the scandals, and what was happening with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and that red, table thing or whatever, and having entanglements and celebrities marrying celebrities and some celebrities divorcing celebrities. The divorce rate for celebrities is probably higher than the average non-celebrity couple, and the marriage divorce rate for the average, most people, what is it, 50-60%? People have now become, especially for men, have realized it probably is not worth getting married. And a lot of what's happening is a lot of the old school traditional values of getting married just isn't it's just not a desirable thing anymore, especially for men. Most men realize they got a lot more to lose, so they like, well, if I don't get married, I ain't got nothing to lose. That's why you got to watch common law marriages too, meaning living with someone, because you can fall victim to that under common law, which means you don't have to be married, you just have to be living with each other for a certain amount of time, and they can still treat it as a marriage. So you got to watch states like that too. And then, of course, there's a lot of times where people just aren't in relationships or whatever. But anyhow, let me stay back on focus. I shifted focus again. I'm talking about relationships. Let me get back on target. The point of this video, which I'm not trying to make this a long video, the point is that the reality of it, and there's probably going to be a lot of people that want to impress and, you know, maybe want to seek this as a career, and your goal is to make everyone as happy, but you're not. There's going to be, I've fallen out with just people working with people, and it start off as good intentions, and you all of a sudden now you don't like each other and you won't work with each other. That's, you know, that's the nature of it. There are a lot of people in the music business that don't like each other. Just like there's a lot of people in TV and Hollywood and just don't like each other. There are people that made movies together that you would be fooled. There are people that play couples and all that. They could not stand each other. But they were really such really good actors that they made you believe. Just like if you watched the interview with Jimmy Walker, he played JJ on Good Times. He said he never spoke to what's her name that played the mom? I can't remember her name. But he never spoke to her other than what was on the set, which is, I don't understand how anyone in any profession you can work together and speak to each other like everything's great on the set, but then can't stand each other outside, you know. But that's the nature. It's people that, to sum up the video, there are people that are working in their jobs that can't stand coworkers. Like there was, when I was in the Army, there was a lot of people in the Army that was in my same platoon or same company. I didn't really like, when I was in the Army, I hated most officers. I couldn't stand most officers, and I would tell you why I don't like most officers. Because most officers, because they simply think, because they went to college and they got a chance to either go and come in as a commissioned officer because they had a degree, or they went to the ROTC program, or they went to like West Point and went through a commission program like that. They automatically thought, because they came in as an officer, which means they come in automatically, they're automatically officers, so they outrank enlisted. Even though by position, an enlisted person can have a higher position, like the sergeant major, being the battalion sergeant major, as an example. The battalion command sergeant major has way more authority in his position as the battalion command sergeant major, but he still don't outrank a second lieutenant. A second lieutenant could be just that platoon leader in just a platoon, even though the battalion's higher than the company. But because when he sees that second lieutenant, he still got to salute that lieutenant. Because a lieutenant, they still an officer. They outrank the command sergeant major. So officers, mostly officers, and I'm not saying all officers, there was some officers that I like, but a lot of them I just, because they had this, You have to be in the military to understand this, and I guarantee there are people that was probably that watched my channel that was, if you weren't in the Army, if you were in the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, whatever, you probably understand what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying this is not all officers. There were some officers that I liked, but majority of them I couldn't stand because they walked around with this, I'm better than you because I got a degree and I was commissioned as an officer and I'm an officer. So they anyhow, I'm having a rant on just officers. I'm trying to stay focused because now the video is going to turn into a 30-minute video and it's not supposed to do that. So to sum up the video, there were people in the military when I was in the Army could not stand. A lot of them were officers, but there was quite a few people that was enlisted like I was that I couldn't stand. You just like I guarantee the people watching my video, there's coworkers that you can't stand. So the music business is no different, and a lot of information, a lot of things about people, whether it's someone who, even my job right now, there are people that talk about other people in the job I have right now. There are people that, and I guarantee there are people that talk about me. Just like there are people that talk about the people, because I know you listen to people that watch and talk about people will talk about you too. And this is, so what led me to make this video, which is, I guarantee there's some people that are watching the video gonna be like, you know what, there's nothing you can do about it. And actually this is absolutely true. There's really a lot of things that there's nothing you can do about it. People are just not gonna like people, they're gonna talk about people. But it just made me, but to end the video on this note, what made me start looking at it like when Monique was talking about, even there are celebrities that you might thought and looked up to, but at first she gave me a different perspective because Monique had this reputation of being just an angry black, the typical angry black woman, right? But now I'm starting to put on perspective of what Cat Williams was saying about some of these celebrities. I was thinking maybe he's reaching on some of these celebrities like Kevin Hart. And he didn't mention D.L. but she mentioned D.L. and she said, so now, because some of these celebrities have been on Vlad TV as well. And what I'm starting to notice is there are a lot of people that we know. I'm talking about names. Just, I don't know whether they're comedians, rappers, musicians, producers. I'm starting to notice there are a lot of people that don't like a lot of people that I'm surprised that they have personal grease and pride, and you're like, wow, I didn't really, so now I'm like, it's bringing more in perspective of, to sum up the videos, bringing it into perspective is this. If your goal is to I want to be the next, you go, let's say you do want to, you start off getting you buy your DAW software, you get your plugins, you really want to get good at making your music, you want to really get good at making these songs, And then all of a sudden now I wanna start uploading these to all the, you know, the regulars, you know, the SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, you know, you want to get it on Spotify, you want to get it on SoundCloud, you want to get it on Spotify and Pandora and Google, you know, Amazon Music and iTunes, and just you want to get out there, and all of a sudden now you want to start making TikTok videos and YouTube videos, and you, I want to go as far as I can. I want to really become next. You know, my goal is to perform at the Grammys, American Music Award, BET Award, you know, and so forth. Soul Train Award. You just you know, all these, and you want to travel and you want to perform, and next, you know, you want to become the next, you know, Chris Brown, Ariana Grande, or whatever the case. You want to become the next. You know, you're hoping that's your dream. That's how that you really want to go, and you want to get beyond just learning you want to get beyond just watching YouTube videos to learn how gear works and how to hook up a mixer and how to, you know, use plugins and outboard gear, and you really want to. I want to record and mix, and so I think I made my point with that. I really want to. My dream and goal is to become the next Michael Jackson or whatever, you know, the next performer. What no one anticipates is the reality that there's going to be jealous people out there. There are going to be haters. There are people that hate. You know, there always got some people there are going to be people that are going to hate on what you have and what you're trying to do. There are people right now that hate for what I have. You know, look at him with all that. You know, there are a lot of people that, I don't know why you think he need to have that big old mixer and all that. You know, he look ridiculous with all that. You know, this is hate and jealousy talk more than anything else. Believe it or not, so if you find yourself happening, it is 100%, it is inevitable. It's 100% guaranteed you're going to have haters. There are going to be people that's going to lie. And there are people that are going to be really good at making a lie seem like the truth. I've heard, and it's going to make you dumbfounded. Like you hear a story like, I heard there was a rumor that Christopher Williams was doing fellatio on P. Diddy. Right? And that's going to be the most absurd rumor, but yet then it's going to be YouTube bloggers and all that will exacerbate and just create these blog videos of finding videos and you know, it could be you. And I in the video on this note, let's say your name is B Star. I'll just use that B, the letter B, then hyphen star. Let's say that's you're the next. Have you heard B Star's new record or whatever? And all of a sudden now you're getting all this attention. Now you're being invited to award shows. Now you know your video's blowing up on TikTok and YouTube, and it's even made it to the major videos like VH1. It's on BET, and so forth. And now you're doing radio interviews and you're traveling, and all of a sudden you're performing in these shows, and your song, B Star's #1 song is, you know, Gotta Make You Hit It. Let's say that's the name of the song, Gonna Make You Hit It or whatever. And all of a sudden, but then here comes the rumors. And then all of a sudden, whether it's true and someone, B Star got caught doing something, or it's a lie, and all of a sudden people are running with the lie simply because they heard it on the internet or whatever. And a lot of people can't handle defending a lie, because people will make a lie and there'll be 1,000 videos. I saw B Star, let's say B Star is a female, and let's say I saw B Star making out with Kim Kardashian. Now it's a big old rumor. B-Stars making out with Kim Kardashian. But they don't have, and you'll be amazed how the great lengths people will go through to fabricate. I mean, you can get some software and some editing software, some Photoshop program, and put some stuff together and all of a sudden cut and paste, and all of a sudden they can make it this lie a reality, and then all of a sudden someone can post it like, and like I said, I'll put an example. True fact, Carl Weathers actually passed away. We know him from being Apollo and Rocky. But I'll start seeing every now and then on YouTube fake line videos like, Sylvester Stallone. We're tragically here to report that Sylvester Stallone has passed away. His family agree. It'll be a YouTube video. And I'll go and I'll look on other sources, find out, no, he's very much alive. He's not dead. It's clickbait and it's a lie. But you'll be amazed how many people would start to believe that the video is actually the truth and it's a lie. So Sylvester Stallone didn't die. It would be massively reported other than coming from YouTube. Most of the time when celebrities like that pass away, like Sylvester Stallone, it would be on your regular major, your news, and it would be a lot more credible resources to validate that. So I find myself reporting those fake for misleading people because it's a lie. That's one of the, I'll report the video and then see what happens with YouTube. Most of the time, when you get a report, YouTube goes into action to get the video. They'll say the video's a lie. They'll actually remove the video. But that's what you're going to start facing becoming a celebrity or becoming big. There's so much behind the scenes of whether you get, all the lawsuits and the contract disagreements and lawsuits over contracts. And it's so much stuff behind the scenes that most people are not aware. So that's going to do it for the video. I just felt compelled after watching the Monique and Shannon Sharpe video that 2024, you're going to start to see a lot more Katt Williams, Monique type of videos popping up, just bringing sides of people that you thought, you're like, wait a minute, really? That's for real? It's coming. And I'm like, and yep. So that's my thoughts on it. And that's it. So that's going to do it for the video. I just wanted to throw that out there. Be prepared. If you become this big celebrity, it's coming. And what are you going to do about it? How are you going to deal with it? A lot of times, sometimes you just have to deal with it with Chris Rock dealing with Will Smith smacking him at the Oscars. Sometimes you have to sit back and say, oh, you know what? I got hit, but I'm going to have the last laugh. That's what Chris Rock, even though some people don't like the way he handled it in his special, but it still did more. It did more. What's the collateral damage? I forget the word I want to use. It did more significant psychological damage to Will Smith than the actual physical attack that Will did on Chris over a weak joke. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great one.